Let's take a look at novel ways to win great talent. Changes to jobs and the workforce continue to elevate the importance of having great talent. To attract great talent, organizations must leverage tools, methods, and best practices from disciplines in consumer marketing, data science, and industrial organizational psychology in new and different ways. Targeted efforts to increase the quality and size of the talent pool will create a more diverse and capable group of people from whom to select for the more critical roles in your organization. Organizations with superior brand relevance and positive reputations will attract higher quality talent pools. Effective talent acquisition teams focus on building the quality of their talent pool, not the size. They also understand the importance of ensuring that an employment brand is closely aligned with the organizational brand in terms of messaging and that it supports the rational and emotional aspects of the overall brand identity. Due to the simplicity of submitting job applications online, less than one-third of applicants are considered high quality, and no differences were detected in quality between those organizations with well-known brands. This points to the importance of a robust selection tool and process with clear measurement criteria that accurately predict future job performance, all while creating a favorable candidate experience. Perhaps the greatest change and challenge many employers face is the loss of control that they once had in managing their reputation. Research suggests that nearly two-thirds of candidates are more skeptical of what employers say about themselves than they were 3 years ago. But we can still influence candidate impressions through the organizational brand, the messages we project into the labor market, and how we design the candidate and employee experience. Employment branding campaigns that leverage a company's reputation and reinforce what type of people will and will not thrive are essential. Leveraging employee networks and social media are now table stakes to compete for top talent. Designing a fun and efficient selection process that is also effective at selecting a talent with the best fit will continue to be a different and difficult balance made easier by new digital technology. Best in class organizations recognize the need to invest in innovative talent acquisition approaches to ensure they'll be effective in recruiting great talent. Great talent will always be in demand, and the competition continues to be immense. Organizations that have been the most successful in talent acquisition practices continuously think outside the box in terms of their approach. These organizations have focused their approach to talent acquisition on being planned and proactive. They do a great job of understanding what talent their organizations will require in the both short and long term. It is important to develop the talent acquisition strategy directly with business leadership to ensure expectations of the function are aligned with realistic investment. Understanding the upcoming and future resourcing and hiring needs of the organization is an essential practice for effective talent acquisition. Many organizations have recognized that they can't successfully recruit talent across their entire organization. They prioritize their focus for talent acquisition on key areas within their businesses that will have the greatest impact. Organizations with best in class talent acquisition practices have embraced a more aggressive candidate sourcing model. They recognize that simply waiting for talent to apply for open roles is a failed approach. An effective employee referral program can be the most efficient and lucrative talent sourcing pipeline for an organization. New hires are also a great source of great talent for organizations. The talent insights and information they provide include the details of top talent from their previous employer, as well as access to a new network of potential referrals. Utilizing technology and tools to identify potential candidates in the market is critical. Use your networks and referrals to determine who's at the top of their field within the market. As organizations continue to compete for talent, the critical driver that many organizations overlook is whether their people, culture, and brand are perceived as authentic. Your organization's leaders should be your organization's biggest champions. How passionate are they about engaging and elevating an organization's talent? Every interaction with candidates should be designed for a positive experience. From the initial contact to communicating through messages with unsuccessful candidates on why they didn't make it past the interview process. Organizations that invest more time, money, and resources into their talent acquisition program and practices will have greater chances to succeed in hiring great talent. The emergence of social media has brought about power shifts in the recruitment market. Many aspects of the recruiting are clearly defined. If you try to fill a role through a job board advertising, everyone in the industry knows how you'll be doing that and the challenges you'll encounter to be successful. There are 4 key steps in building your social recruiting brand presence. Keep in mind that audience research is a key success factor, so think more broadly about your social media presence when deciding where you invest your time. Step 1 is being very clear within your team about the audience you want to reach with your social media presence and what your business objectives are for building your presence in social media. Step 2 is breaking the mold and addressing what will make your profiles valuable, entertaining, and insightful for your target audience. Step 3 involves understanding each of the social platforms that were built in a presence, and we're learning the unique steps that you'll need to take to get your profile seen by more of your target audience on that particular platform. Step 4 centers on engaging with your target audience on social media. This may mean reviewing the profiles of everyone who has interacted with your company and following up accordingly. For most recruiting teams, it's the engagement that is central to driving business value from your social media recruiting presence. There are already accounts on social media who have massive followings of the exact types of people your business would like to reach. Your recruiting team wants to find the influencers in your industry who regularly share content. In the past, job boards made it easier to generate applicants, but sometimes the volume of inappropriate applicants or lack of passive candidate pool that the recruiting team wanted to reach became a disadvantage. Social referrals tap into the networks of your staff and can potentially reach a lot of your target audience in a way that's more personal than advertising to that same audience. There's no doubt that what constitutes social recruiting will continue to evolve in a remarkable pace. CEO succession plans should have deep roots in business strategy. The first step features creation of a CEO success profile that details 4 key dimensions needed for success: experiences, competencies, traits, and drivers, within the context of specific business strategies needed to outperform the competition. If a strategy is based on operational excellence, product innovation, or customer intimacy, candidates should possess the right characteristics in the 4-dimensional areas to execute those strategies at world-class levels. Strategic mindset, decision quality, and global perspective are examples of competencies that likely will be required. Experiences could include focus on international assignments or directing organizational turnarounds. Personal traits and drivers that executives possess are equally important to include in success profiles. Future CEOs should be right for the time and for the business strategy. In the second step, organizations should create a 4-dimensional, whole-person view of candidates that assigns as much weight to less tangible but critical factors like traits and drivers as it does key experiences and competency. In the third and final step, organizations close the gap between CEO talent required and the talent available for the job. Executive coaches can be invaluable in helping CEOs adapt to their new role. Leading an organization only promises to grow more challenging as business models encounter rising threats from around the globe. Boards can improve the odds of choosing the right CEO for the job by using this proven 3-step approach to succession planning. Research data and the changing expectations of the new workforce have created the strongest case for delivering a formal onboarding experience. Onboarding is a natural extension of the organization's talent acquisition strategy, and organizations will benefit from investing in developing and delivering a robust onboarding experience. Onboarding is a process using knowledge, relationships, and feedback to align new employees with the organization's culture. Onboarding success results from the partnership of the new hires, their managers, and HR partners. What is also very important is to create an effective onboarding experience that is compatible with the culture of your organization. Onboarding maximizes the learning and contributions of new hires in their first year on the job while keeping them engaged with just in time learning, information, relationship building, and timely feedback. The period before a new employee starts is a critically important time and is the sweet spot for accelerating their transition. One opportunity is to connect the new hire to the team at lunch or a coffee meeting prior to day one. New hires expect that companies will be prepared for them when they arrive and that they'll experience a formal transition period. It's important to tie the experience to your culture and your story. Onboarding encompasses a longer time and series of events and experiences that are different from orientation. Many organizations still think that their orientation programs satisfy the need for onboarding. Often, when organizations embark on building their onboarding programs, they jump in to create a solution that's often more like checklists than onboarding plans. Checklists can be an effective job aid and have a place in training. However, if checklists are used in place of an onboarding plan, then the new employee will not have the full benefit of a comprehensive and customized onboarding experience. A surefire way to engage new hires is to make them successful quickly. The power of getting a few key things accomplished early is effectively magical. The key differentiator for a successful onboarding experience is feedback. Early feedback is very different from performance feedback and is the third pillar of best practice onboarding programs. If onboarding challenges are surfaced and addressed in these areas, successful transition for your new hires is greatly increased. Storytelling is a powerful and yet underutilized vehicle for making onboarding more inspiring and effective. An onboarding program should accomplish a few objectives. First, it should validate and reinforce your employee value proposition and employer brand. You don't want new hires to have their initial experience contradict your brand promised. Communicate and demonstrate that you satisfy important drivers of employee engagement. Research and communicate to new employees how their upcoming work experience will meet these critical needs. Get employees up to speed quickly so they provide more value quickly. At the simplest, most fundamental level, effective onboarding allows employees to start providing value as quickly as possible. Set up employees for success. When employees get the training and support needed to become effective and productive as quickly as possible, it has a profound impact on their satisfaction, motivation, and engagement. Establish an emotional connection with the organization, its mission, and its vision. If they believe I'm a part of something great that makes a difference in the world, they'll bring a greater passion and commitment to their work. Make new employees feel welcomed and part of this community. There are more employees who feel that a sense of community exists and that they're a part of a team, they'll be more bonded and they'll feel that their employer values them and vice versa. Enculturate new hires. For an organization to maintain its positive culture, ongoing communication about who we are and how we do things here is essential. Including stories in your communication with new hires enables you to make your onboarding process, especially orientation programs, more inspiring, engaging, and informative. Stories make ideas, concepts such as cultural values, concrete and therefore understandable. Thus, they dramatically increase the listener's ability to make sense of your message and therefore its impact. Stories are a powerful vehicle for boosting morale and commitment. Saying, "We can do this," is far less effective than sharing a story about how employees rallied in the past to help the company overcome a major challenge. One of the most important outcomes of your onboarding program, and especially orientation programs, is to help new hires understand your cultural and core values and how to embody them. Cultural values and action stories are also powerful coaching tools for managers to use with new employees. By adding stories to your onboarding programs and processes, especially your new hire orientation, you create a more interesting and inspiring new hire experience.